Hey, this is YBR in my really messy room, and today we're going to be talking about a really serious topic for once. And you can tell it's serious because I'm using a normal camera for the background here instead of gameplay. So for the past couple of years, I have been doing computer work for a living. And by computer work, I mean anything that has a computer, I would do it. If I didn't know how, I would learn how to do it, then I would do it. And for a while, it was making really good money. And I wasn't actually working that much. I ended up forming an LLC and everything was going great. But these past few months have not been so great. I am working a lot more than I used to, and I'm making a lot less than I used to. And the only reason I was doing this is because it made more money than the job I actually want to do. And now, that's no longer the case. So now let's complain about this thing, huh? So there are a couple of things I really hate about this. Number one, commuting every which way sucks because it's really hard to estimate exactly how long it'll take. And you end up just driving way more than you expect to almost all the time, it feels like. And it's just a pain in the butt having to always have a different commute. Like, I'd much prefer if it's just one and one only, so I can say, all right, if I leave at this time, I'll always get there on time, but I end up sometimes being 20 minutes late. I mean, not 20 minutes late, 20 minutes early. Sometimes I'll just be on time, and I never know which it's going to be. But I always make sure I'm on time. I'm never late. That's not me, never late. And then number two is arguing with people who have no idea what they're talking about. Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, no, it's impossible. What you're saying makes no sense. Like, there was somebody who said, oh, I have to unplug my computer after I'm done using it, otherwise it'll get a virus. It's like, no, the computer's off, okay? Nothing's going to happen in the computer unless you hit the power button. You don't have any fancy wake on LAN features. The only thing that powers that thing on is the power button. And he says, oh, no, I got to unplug it. Whatever. And then this actually happened twice. It's one of those things we always think it's fake when you hear it, but apparently I've seen it twice and it does happen. So here are my important documents. Where on the computer should I store them? What's this? The recycling bin? Yeah. That's where I'm going to store my important documents. You have to explain to them, no. No. You don't put the important documents into the trash can. I got to dig out this trash can. My sticky notes are important to me. So, and there's a lot of situations like that. That's just two examples. And then the third thing is how inconsistent everything is. Like, there'll be days where it's like, okay, my work schedule is 16 hours long, but there's like a 2-hour gap between two things. It's like, well, what do I do with this 2-hour gap? I don't know. Just like, I end up just wasting so much time because it's like, I gotta go here eventually, but I'm here too early because I'm at this other place and it's just a mess. So what I'm getting at here is I'm going to retire from that and try to get the job I actually want. So what is the job I actually want? Well, if you watch my info videos, you already know because I mentioned it like every other video in that series. I went to college for process technology. What is process technology? It's basically anything that has to do with pipes, valves, compressors, heat exchangers, pumps, turbines, like anything that has those, yeah, I can do it. So that'd be like a refinery, water treatment, electricity generation plants, anything that has to do with like chemicals and where they make things that are chemicals like air, like the ones where they make like nitrogen or whatever. Anything with that kind of stuff, I can do that. Wait, do they make nitrogen or does nitrogen come out of the ground? Why would they make nitrogen? No, wait, yeah, I know they make nitrogen because it's for like food preservation? Getting off topic here. I'll just throwing out random examples and I said nitrogen without thinking. I'm like, wait a minute, what's nitrogen again? See, I'm a couple years removed from this, so a couple of the topics are a little bit hazy in my mind. But the point is that's what I want to do. I went to school for that because that's what I wanted to do. And then I kind of got stuck doing this because as I was looking for a job, I started doing this, and then this was making more money than that. And I'm like, well, shoot, I might as well stick with this and make more money. But now that's no longer the case. It's like, well, why am I suffering doing something I don't want to do when I should just try to do what I want to do? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start looking for a job and not take on any much more work doing the computer stuff unless it's like a really good deal. Because I have enough money right now to live okay for a while until I hopefully find a job. But back then that wasn't the case. It's like, I need money now. And that's why I started like that. Now it's like, okay, I can, relax a bit and just focus on getting that job. But really, there's only so much time you can spend writing resumes and stuff, especially when you have a very specific niche that you're trying to get a job in. It's not like I'm going to be spending time writing essays to Kmart and Walmart and McDonald's, Burger King, whatever, because I don't want a job there. I can still make more money than the minimum wage you would get doing computer stuff, but I can make a better use of my time if I get something in process technology, at least. Usually you can, it looks like, based on the pricing I'm seeing for things. Now, since it takes so little time, I'm going to have a lot of free time because it's like, oh, you have a thing, you got to input the resume and all that. What's that, 20 minutes? And then if you get an interview that takes, a couple hours, I mean, it depends on how they do it. A lot of places, what they'll do is you get You put in your resume, and then they'll make you do like a personality test or some nonsense like that. And if you pass that, then they bring you to a another test where it's, well, I'm doing this one specifically for, I don't know if I can say their name because that might have been like some non-disclosure stuff, but you know what? Let's just say you put the resume in, then you do the personality test online. If they like you, then they bring you into a huge conference thing where they have like timed kind of math type things and pipe tracing, like all kinds of things that would actually be relevant to process technology stuff. And then if you did good enough on those, you would eventually come back for kind of a group project thing where you would work together as a group, kind of like how when you would work at a unit and you would have other people with you. And then eventually you get to a regular interview and then you'd get hired. It's a long process. At least that one in particular was the longest because it stands out in my mind because of how many days I had to go back for more testing, more testing, more testing. But those don't come up that often, so I'm going to have lots of free time. And what do I do when I have free time? This right here, this YouTube videos. That's what I do in my free time. So with all this newfound free time, I'm going to end up making a lot more videos. And I think that's a good thing for you guys because you guys like videos. But I don't know how long this will last. It might be a whole year. It could be a couple of months until I get a job. We'll see what it is. But we're at a bit of a crossroads in my life. And I just want to let you guys know kind of what's up. And just expect lots of videos. Also, let's get up to 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, huh? How about that? 1 million subscribers by the end of the year. That way, if I ever want to do one of these again, I could actually show my face instead of like my hands and my feet and stuff. Because this is, take 50 or something to get this all done in one smooth thing because I hate jump cuts. And honestly, it's kind of pointless because, like, look, except for like these hand motions, I could just do it where all you see is this, right? And I'll just be doing voiceovers. I could re-edit it however I want, but this is all one take. That's just the way I felt like doing it. I'm like, you know what? I have a goal. I want it to be in one take. We're going to make it in one take. And here's to prove it. It's one take. I have no way to prove it. I just don't. I mean, you see my hand motions. They mostly line up with what I'm doing, right? Like, it's not like my hand's just spazzing out for no reason or anything like that. Oh, wait. I mean, yeah. Remember, point of this is, expect more videos in the future. Don't save your documents in the trash can. Till next time, this is YBR. I'll see ya. Also, one thing I'm thinking of. If I really want to get that 1 million subscribers, should I do the really obnoxious thing? You know what I'm talking about. That really obnoxious thing where I tell people to like, comment, and subscribe. I might, because this is inconvenient. Alright, as always, the traditional double YBR, I'll see ya. So, I'll see ya.